So after starting a private equity firm in 2006, and in that same year, purchasing an airport, the London City Airport, and then 3 years later, purchasing a majority shareholding in Gatwick International Airport. Then fast forward another 20 years, a $12.5 billion billion with a B, $billion payout by the BlackRock. And of course, a shout out by one of Nigeria's greatest Afrobeat artists, Burna Boy, in his album that went on to win a Grammy. Adebayo Ogunlesi is finally going to invest in his home country, the dream of every Nigerian, successful Nigerian in the diaspora. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you for sure the major investment he's going to be making. So watch to the end of it and see how you can position yourself to be a major benefactor in this investment he's about to make. So let's go. Now, if you look at Bayo Ogunlesi's story, you will realize that he's into infrastructure investing.
This is going to be the golden age of infrastructure investing, both in terms of the need for capital as well as investors who want that capital.
Basically making funds available, and that's what his career has been, the private equity in GIP, now acquired by BlackRock, obviously. But if you go to their portfolio on their website, you'd see specifically in the transportation sector, he's been involved in majorly airports, the London City Airport, the Gatwick International Airport, which he purchased a majority shareholding in. And many people say, oh, he's the man that bought Gatwick. Sydney Airport, he also had a hand in that. And Edinburgh Airport, actually 4 major airports. And Bayo Ogunlesi has shown his hand basically, because when he was asked by journalists after he went to see the president at Aso Rock, which of the sectors are you looking at? He actually said they're looking at aviation, but he did not want to pinpoint.
We're making investments in Nigeria. We explored additional opportunities. I'm not going to tell you what they are. You just wait, watch this space, you will see them.
And in this video, I'm going to be stating with possibly 80 to 90% certainty that this man is going to be involved in the Lekki International Airport. And I'm going to be showing you my reason. So before you carry your pitchforks, just relax. Now, you cannot talk about the Lekki International Airport story without going all the way back to 2011 when it was actually announced. And then Fashola was governor, and they actually did go abroad and went for several expo shows to actually source for investors. And they claimed that there was some progress over 2-3 years in that process up until it was handed over to Ambode. And then when Ambode came in, they faced a little setback where 98 villages that were involved had issues and they had squabbles and they had to refund them their land, give them back their land. But at the moment, it has been earmarked, and at 2022, at the Ehingbeti Summit, the Federal Executive Council actually approved 3,500 hectares of land. And in fact, there's a signpost there at the site for the airport. And in fact, there was a concession agreement signed with the company, the construction company that built the Turkish airport. And the only thing that is being waited for right now is investment. And if you look and go back to Bayo Ogunlesi and why I'm tapping him to be involved in some way and form and shape and manner is, first of all, political. Would I say political? So President Tinubu has actually shown in his presidency, this very, very first term of his presidency, that there's a whole lot of focus on Lagos. And the Coastal Road is by far the biggest infrastructural project that's running into trillions and trillions of naira. And obviously it has gotten a whole lot of flack. Oh, why is it in Lagos and Lagos? And because of how Lagos is positioned, I believe another major project will go to Lagos. This is Lekki International Airport. It rose from a feasible cost of $450 million to about $900 million. So let's say $1 billion, possibly touted to cost. Now, if you go also back to Adebayo Ogunlesi's investment in Gatwick, the majority share that he bought, it was over £1 billion. And now, I believe for political reasons, as well as for quick gains, we are going to a year which is 2027, where it's going to be very, very likely that this admin will also want very, very quick gains. So a Lekki Airport breaking ground and starting would shine very, very brightly on the admin. Now let's remove politics. Let's move politics, because that's the side, because all of this is just conjecture, all of this is just talk. Now, why would you want to invest in an airport? First of all, London is supposed to be a mega city. A mega city is supposed to be at least a population of 10 million. London is struggling between 8 to 10. Lagos, on the other hand, is a population of over 20 million. And by 2030, it's supposed to reach 30 million. And if you look at his portfolio through GIP, General Infrastructure Partners, you see that investing in airports in mega cities, obviously concentrated in the UK, but airport infrastructure in a mega city is something that has kind of been his watchword. And so I believe Lagos will not be any different. So for sure, an airport, and I'm sure some of you that are watching this and some of you in the comments will probably have more ideas as to why it's going to be that. And if I sent it to someone, it was like, I didn't even give him any context. He was like, Lekki Airport. I say, you got it. Lekki Airport. But obviously, again, I think because he's also from Ogun State, Adebayo Ogunlesi is from Ogun State, he talked about a port play.
Port in Cotonou, and it has a port in Lome, none in Nigeria. So I asked for his forgiveness and understanding, and being the gentleman that he was, he forgave me, but said, you have to bring port investment to Nigeria. So that's another area we're looking at.
Because they have also invested in different various ports. So I'm probably seeing that Ogun port. I know there was a deal between Dangote and the Ogun State government. We did a video about that. You can check it out on how Dangote was going to come into Ogun to invest in their port. So there you have it. Exciting times for infrastructure in Nigeria, specifically Lagos, and also for investors that have bought land in that axis, Alaro City, Lamija, Ayetoro axis, and where the airport is already located. And so it's not too late. If you're looking to invest in that axis, you can contact us. Let's get you started on your journey, because that area is going to be something bonkers. Once they announce it like this, any day from now, once it's announced, prices will shoot up 30, 40, 50% for C of O properties / land. So look at this video as probably the last boarding call before the plane starts to fly out. So what do you think about this? I think it's also great that lots of Nigerians in the diaspora are seeing the opportunity in Nigeria. And I think I say this a whole lot, that once you find success abroad, then you can come to invest in Nigeria. So once you move abroad, I would not say that the very first thing you should do is come to invest in Nigeria. But once you've found your feet and you've found success, then you can start to think of investing in Nigeria. So I'm speaking to successful Nigerians in the diaspora, private equity guys, successful businessmen, tech guys. You're watching me. Look at Nigeria. Don't write off the Nigerian market. Good and wonderful things are happening, and you can buy your own piece of earth, and you can secure your own portion, basically, in Lagos State, specifically in real estate. So if you're interested, contact me to get started on your journey. Thank you so much for watching the Ownahome TV show. Here at Ownahome, we believe owning a home, owning the property should not make you lose sleep. So we are committed to giving you the very best property recommendations and real estate gist. Kindly like, share, subscribe. See you at the very next video. Bye-bye.